They listened. Praise the Emperor. By the will of the chapter, by the blood of the angel, they listened. Brothers, it's here. A brand new patch for Space Marine 2. It's called 3.0. I consider this pretty much the first major patch, and at least for balancing issues in the game. And praise the Emperor. We got some good stuff. Now, I'm not going to sit here and talk about the nitty-gritty. Let's jump into it and explain why it's good. Space Marine 2, patch 3.0. Amazing, so cute. Thank you for the whatever that is. A new sparring arena in the battle barge, so you can jump around and beat up your friends in operations, and Eternal War game mode, where you can compete in friendly PvP with players in their squad. So if you're like, hey man, I'm better than you, to your friend, now you can prove it. A new what's new and message of the day. Cute. Don't care. Let's get to fixes, okay? Option to reset color C presets. Cute. Gameplay and balancing tweaks, okay? So this is just overall, if a change happens here, it affects both operations, PvP, campaign. Okay? Marking tool has been updated, improved responsiveness and comfort for the social wheel. Cool. That I haven't experienced a problem with that. Power Fist, damage for fully charged attacks is greatly increased. I would prefer a percentage or like an amount, but I'll take it. I do feel like a fully charged punch to the face should do a lot of damage, whether it be in operations, PvP, or campaign. That also, I feel like maybe the Thunderhammer should have received a little bit of love, but that's okay. I mean, the Power Fist is great. Heavy Plasma, base ammo increased by 5. Blast damage radius increased. So now you do more damage, and you get to shoot more times. Overheat per shot has drastically decreased from 50 to 30. Thank God. So often in the campaign or in operations, you're just like, there's a horde, you're trying to clear it out. Oh, your gun's overheated. It's amazing, thank you. Let me just present thine ass on a silver platter for the Tyranids and Thousand Suns to gobble up. From 20 to 15 for base shooting. Yeah, that's great. I like that. Base damage slightly increased by 10%. Okay. I mean, doing a little bit more damage is nice. Med stims restore contested health in addition to actual healing. So now it'll be better, instead of healing after the fight, it'll be better to heal as you're taking damage. The only problem is it starts an animation when you do it. You're probably going to get hit in that window if you're like, oh man, I'm about to die, I need a med stim. Yeah, you're going to get smacked around a little bit. It's better just to parry and dodge. If you don't have to heal if you never get hit. Aux Grenade ammo can now only be refilled with ammo boxes and cannot be refilled with the infinite ammo cache. Yeah, I mean, granted, on the highest level or higher levels of difficulty, that was a major way to clear out the gargoyles, the attacking the pylons one, a lot of those like protect the objective things, because if you didn't, the Winions would run around and just wipe out the objective, and you'd be like, oh great, amazing. Now you have to start all over again. Campaign, enemy aggressiveness on veteran difficulty in campaign decreased for better single player experience. Players health, I mean, do we really need, it just seems like changes for aggressiveness. They changed the armor. Inhibiting restrictions were lifted, allowing bots to be more helpful and effective. Thank God. Sometimes they weren't doing nothing while still not being in the game for you. Well, that's good. Bots heavily ease restrictions on bots finishing enemies instead of leaving them for the player to reduce annoyance. I would agree with that, but sometimes, like, if it's like one of the last things to kill, I'd prefer to do it to get the armor. But you know, in a big fight, it is kind of annoying to, oh, I see this warrior finally being ready to execute, and then I have to run over to execute it, or, you know, spend the time to shoot it, finish it off with shooting, you know. I'd prefer them to take care of that for me. We'll just have to see about that. They are allowed to help with the gargoyle objectives. Thank God. Fixed a variety of bugs related to bots getting stuck. I didn't see that. Bug where bots can run out of ammo. I didn't see that either, I don't think. Zangors. Looks like a huge reduction for like Zangors, Cultist. Oh, Zangors with shields, Zangors, Rubric Marines, and the Warp Flamers. They all got taken down, thank God. It'll probably feel a lot less like you're fighting elites and more so fighting chaff, but I mean, I'm okay with that if it's still fun to play and still a challenge. Perfect Parry has been updated, not only for counting their special attacks. Oh, now restores armor for killing Minoris. So if a Tyranid or a Zangor just like attacks you and you perfect parry it, you get armor from that. Nice. Regarding block and fencing weapons, fix the perfect parry window for fencing weapons now has 20 frames. Okay, so a little bit of a yeah, a little bit of a nerf there. Assault class, Grace bound pound damage increased by 30%. Awesome. I didn't really see a problem with it, and I play the assault, even though it's trash in operations. Armor boost from destructible crates, now less common. Nice, okay. But increased by 30%, so you probably are doing freaking damage now, dude. Improved player spawn. This is, okay, PvP. The meat and potatoes. The meat and potatoes. The important part of the patch notes. Improved player spawn system, which should make spawn killing more difficult, was a huge issue. I've never, other than a few times, never killed someone off of spawn. They had to walk outside of spawn. I will say I have been killed inside or just right outside of spawn, which is kind of annoying. But it's usually just been like perfect timing on their part. I spawn, start walking out, and then they get into like right to where I turn the corner. And then of course it's a Vanguard, which I just read that. Amazing. It's a Vanguard ready to, you know, shoot me in the back with its grapple launcher and then just walk backwards and shoot. Reworked Vanguard's grapple launcher in PvP. Instead of a full stun, it will now stagger enemy and it will slow him down drastically. They listened. Holy Jesus. Praise the Emperor. By the will of the chapter, by the blood of the angel. They listened. Holy pumpernickel, okay? Yeah, instead of it being a, let me press one button, and then you go, this is literally your character, okay? If you get shot by the grapple launcher, it's, ugh! Let me stand here. Oh, then I get kicked in the face. That also stuns you. And then you just get shot. Because they don't need to use melee, because they can actually lose that fight. If they just start shooting you and walking backwards, unless you are a heavy, you lose that fight 9 times out of 10. And I proved that on stream last night. Thank the Emperor, dude. Jeez, oh Pete. Yeah, I definitely think there was some other things, but this was a huge issue for PvP, and I bet it's going to make it so much better. No more will we see a Vanguard, okay, be able to just like pick a random target, and usually it's whenever it's 1v1. 1v1 should be the integral part of PvP. But in the Vanguard aspect, it's, if it's not 2v1, you're kind of screwed, you know? They get so much advantage from the stun lock. Yeah, it's annoying. But now it's actually going to have to be them picking their targets out like an assault. Because if I pick out a target and miss my jump and then charge attack with a hammer, then I'm kind of up a creek without a paddle. And then they just shoot me down, or we get into a melee contest and I absolutely smack them around because I know how to use my parry. But yeah, thank the Inquisition, dude. That is a huge part of what really kind of like grinds my gears about PvP. I definitely think that there needs to be a system that allows for you know, certain weapons to do a little less damage, even if they're just shooting your feet. Because there's sometimes I'm literally dodging out of shooting, and they shoot my foot, and I take the same amount of damage as I would in the chest. I feel like that is should not be the case, but I digress. This is great. This is great right here. Thank you, Saber Interactive, dude. Big news, thank goodness. That's huge ups. And we'll see how it plays tonight. Make sure to check out the stream, link down below, if you want to see what that actually looks like in PvP, and the joy for everyone involved. AI, reduce the ability to stun lock enemies with ranged attacks across all AI characters. Okay, so they'll shoot you less, or the snipers will shoot you less. Accuracy of ranged enemies is reduced when attacking from off-screen, and accuracy of ranged enemies is reduced when attacking melee engaged players. Okay, I'm down for that. It definitely was pretty annoying whenever you're like, oh man, there's Hormagaunts that are annihilating my armor while I'm trying to fight a warrior, you know? Regarding Hormagaunts and Zangors, melee damage now deals significant amount of damage instead of removing one. Just deals specific amount of damage instead of removing one complete armor stomach per attack. Okay, yes, thank you. They're listening. This is how I view it, right? On the tabletop, a Zangor and a Hormagaunt, they're chaff. If they get into a melee situation with Assault Intercessors, a Space Marine, right? A squad of Space Marines, okay? The likelihood of a Hormagaunt damaging even with 4 attacks, right, is like 33%, okay? That's purely off of, you know, they have to hit, they have to wound, and then you're safe, right? And that's 1 point of damage, half the health of a Space Marine model, or an Intercessor model. A Zangor, okay, has like a 12% chance to damage, okay? Even though they hit you, right, and wound you, the fact that you're wearing 2-inch thick plate of ceramite armor usually saves you, right? That's what's so annoying about the game, especially whenever you're like against 40, just a blob of Hormagaunts or Zangors. You're just, oh, there goes all my armor because 2 of them attacked me, you know? I know you're supposed to use like parries and whatnot, but sometimes you parry and like parry 5 attacks, and then as you're finishing that animation, you get like 1 Zangor, you're just like, yeah, and then, oh, there goes an armor. I'm like, oh, great. So you have to sit there, parry, and perfectly time it for not only the 5 that are attacking you over here, but the 3 that are attacking you from this side. You have to parry here, parry there, you know? Parry everywhere. You get a parry, you get a parry. Yeah, it was quite annoying. Hopefully this makes that a lot better. I mean, I'm okay with taking some damage, but whenever it's like you have 4 sections of armor and they're just all gone within 2 seconds of getting into the blender, the mosh pit, no thanks. Zone Throat, increase psychic screen damage sparsing from 0.5 to 2 seconds to prevent 1-shot damage. Okay. Psychic scream damage reduced from 11 to 8. Okay. Psychic scream effective range reduced from 50 to 40. Psychic scream cast range is reduced by 10 meters. Okay. I mean, the zone throats, they were kind of annoying only really whenever they had a lot of friends helping them out. Otherwise, they weren't bad. In my opinion. Termagant, Flesh Borer Spray Attack damage reduced from 1 to 0.5. Halves it. Nice. Fleshboard attack spray damage reduced from... Isn't that the same exact thing? Fleshboard spray attack damage reduced from 1 to 0.5. Spray attack damage reduced from 0.3 to 0.1. Okay, I don't know what they mean by that, but alright. Okay, cool. Tyranid Warrior with Devour. Projectile damage reduced from 0.9 to 0.6 per projectile. Nice. So that big, like, shotgun mortar that they shoot at you will do less damage now. Thank God. Rubik Marine with Warflamer. Icon of Flame damage reduced from 9 to 6. Flamer burst damage reduced from 6 to 4. Flamer shooting damage reduced from 6 to 4. Health reduced by 10%. I think there should be a little bit more than 10% reduction, especially at like overall, because as you get higher in difficulty, it becomes more difficult, right? Rubik Marine with bolt gun spray attack damage reduced from 1.5 to 1. Precise shot attack with red indicator damage reduced from 4 to 2 per projectile. Reduces that, like, the purple things that shoot really quickly. They did 4 damage. That's crazy. Reduced frequency of teleports to disengage players to make them less annoying to fight. Health reduced by 10%. Okay, cool. Right on. I think the problem was more so them teleporting to you versus away from you. And then you're just like, oh, there's 50 of them on me right now. Zangor with shield, HP greatly reduced. Thank God. You should not have to shoot a Zangor 4 times in the head with a heavy bolt pistol to kill it. Okay? They're chaff. 1 shot to the face should kill them. You know? That should be that. Carnifex. Rage phase updated. Carnifex becomes faster and more aggressive. Top frequency reduced. Fixed a bug where his cone of thorns attack wouldn't fire projectiles. Ah! Yeah, that right there is huge. Right there. That's the biggest one for AI right there. Zangor's shield should not be able to tank so much damage, especially with how sparse ammo is. No thanks. Hive Tyrant health slightly increased. I agree with that. Resistance to explosive and melted weapons increased by 20%. Okay. I mean, there's only 2 times you fight a Hive Tyrant. So, 1 time that you fight a Hive Tyrant. So, yeah, I think that's great. The boss battle will feel probably a little bit more harder now. Customizations. Fixed color for this Ministarm Gray, Arubic Gold Armor, and Celestia Gray colors. Vanguard Relic Right Greave now requires 29 victories instead of 36. Added color pattern Greaves pattern, allowing players to customize bottom and top half of their legs separately. Interesting. Okay. Very interesting. So now you can do half and half. Cool. We'll have to look and see. Oh, fixed icon color. Okay, so it's not actually fixing the color, it's just the icon. Maps. Fixed over issues preventing players from pressing with some levels. Fixed a lot of minor collision issues. Tweaked dust storm density, duration, ballistic engine operation. Tweaked Hell Drake fire timings on the bridge and Reckley operation. Trials can now be accessed via... Oh, okay, gotcha. Instead of it's a little computer. General fixes, fixed a bug, blah, blah, blah. Improved jump pack ability responsiveness. Hell yeah, I like that. It's big for me. Several issues and trials. Okay, bug. Rare cases, controls would stop working after performing a finisher. Player does not receive armor data from Hellbrute spawned in Chaos Portal. A bug that caused Vanguard's Adrenaline Rush perk was tried to now show 1% instead of the actual 10%. Oh, wow. Okay. Fixed announcer spam in Eternal War mode. Thank God, instead of hearing the officers of the Corpse Guard have controlled the objective every 5 seconds. Thank goodness. Multiple ways of duplicating ammo in operations mode. I mean, if you're cheating the game, that's pretty sad. A bug where grapple launcher. It would grapple launcher would get canceled if overlapped by small geometry. A bug where tactical perk where Emperor's Vengeance did not work with a plasma incinerator. Bug where several weapons could restore more than the actual contested health. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I've seen that. Several issues that were causing loss of saves. An unidentified voice at the end of the story that was assigned to the wrong character. Okay. Lots of minor UI fixes and improvements. Lots of minor animation fixes and improvements. Localization fixes. Very nice. Yeah, I think for this, like the first major balance update, this is great. Saber's done an amazing job. Round of applause. Good job. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. If you guys want to see this patch in play, we'll do an overview tonight on stream. Make sure to click the link down below, follow. We'll be live around 11 o'clock Central Standard Time. Sometimes earlier, sometimes later. But I appreciate you guys for being here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Like the video if you did. If you want to see more Warhammer 40k content, make sure to click that subscribe button. And we'll be back with another video and another stream tonight. Much love, guys. Peace and hair grease. Cleo7's in the chat. I will see you guys tonight.